How are you all today? How was your holiday yesterday? It was very busy for me, but really relaxing and peaceful. How have you been showing up in all areas and aspects of your life? Yesterday, we talked about prayer, and we had a couple other days. We talked about affirmations and a few other subjects that we're going to be covering. But today is day 5. So, anyway, today we're going to be talking about meal times, showing up in your meal times. And this is basically the nourishing yourself and nourishing your bodies. When we grab something to eat while we're traveling or either at home, we're just fast, just really quick, just put it in our mouth and eat it. And we're doing other things, either watching television or looking at the computer. We can be cleaning up and eating at the same time. But it's important for us to stop, be still, and just enjoy the meal. There is a purpose for the meal, and the main purpose is to nourish our bodies. Our bodies also can sense when we are not attentive. And it's really important for us to just be present. When we're nourishing our bodies, we're also nourishing our cells and our tissues in our body. When we're eating, it's good to just take the time, sit down at the table. If you do not have a table, sit down where you are and be present. Sometimes we're eating and we're on the go and we're standing and we just got so much happening and so much going on. But our bodies actually need to digest the food. And so it's good to take the time. I remember there was a time when I was just so busy with work and everything. And one day I just decided to sit down and just eat the food, and there was nothing else. And it was almost something spiritual about it. So it's important really to nourish our bodies and be present in our meals. That's what this is all about. It also has a calming effect. And I want to tell you, as an example, I was at a conference and we had an exercise class. And during the exercise class, they cut the class short just to share with us a little bit about what the foods we're eating. In addition to exercising our bodies and using the muscles, and it was several of us in that class. And one of the things they had different types of fruit and they passed it around to all of us. And what we did is they asked us to use all of our senses. And that's what I want to talk to you about too. Using all of your senses while you are at the meal. And I happened to have an orange. And the senses that we were using was the sense of our touch, our sight, looking at it, also feeling the smell, using all 5 senses. So all the 5 senses are touch, smell, sight, vision, taste. Why did I forget taste? And let me see, as I got a note here, I want to make sure I don't miss any of them. There's touch, there's smell, there's sound, actually. That's the one that was missing. Taste and also visual. And of course, there is a sixth sense, which has more to do with intuition, but I'm just going to focus on the 5. So I have this orange and I was feeling the texture and appreciating this texture. And then I held it up. They had us to hold it up to our nose. So I held it up to my nose. And in holding it up, I I could smell the citrus and the acid and the freshness of the orange. And then just touching it and feeling how it was palpable just a little bit. And I had a moment of gratitude, which is something we're going to be talking about also in another one of the days coming up. But I had a sense of gratitude about this orange, where it had come from, and the seed that created this one orange. And oranges have a number of seeds inside, and the taste. I actually did not want to taste it because oranges have been breaking my skin out because of the amount of acid in it. But I decided to taste it there and just feeling the texture and the moisture. All of that is a part of being present and just appreciating, for me, the orange at that time. And we got a chance to talk about it. And I'm going to ask you and task you that when you are having your meals, that when you sit down and just at the table and be present with the meal, eat the meal, appreciate it, look at it and think about how it was made and how it was manufactured. Even the cashiers that rang it up for you, and even if you use one of those automatic cash register machines when you do it yourself, There was a lot that was thought about to prepare that. Even the truck drivers and all those people who had brought the foods to the stores, even from your garden if you have a garden. Just think about and be present while you're having your meals with the food. And this includes your meals for your lunchtime meals, especially when you are working. I think that's probably the most neglectful time when we don't spend as much time for lunch. Dinner time and also probably breakfast as well if we're rushing out. It's just so important to just be there and enjoy and appreciate each one of the foods. Look at all the different foods that are on your plate or in your bowl and appreciate how it is shaped. That's visual, what it looks like. So that's what today is all about. It's interesting. I have been preparing for the challenge, the show up challenge for the last several days and I started it 3 years ago. And I have to tell you that although I started it when we started on day 1, I received from my spirit to come up with different not come up, but I was given different titles other than the titles I actually have listed. And this was an additional one that was so far I've only mentioned 2, but this was an additional one that was given to me on yesterday to share with you. And it's interesting that what happened at a time when yesterday we had a holiday and it's a good celebratory holiday, but we're doing a lot of eating and we have company and family from out of town and same thing. It's a lot of eating, a lot of sharing during that time. And I spent my time showing up and just being there and being present with them. Again, this challenge is all about showing up in all aspects of your life. This won't be too long today because I'm still in holiday mode, y'all. Oh, here, let me just look over here and see. Lakeisha says, yes, that's true, Lakeisha. Lakeisha says that we have to slow down and take it all in. And that is true. And that's what showing up is all about. And Lakeisha says, this is amazing. It's been amazing. And I believe it has been amazing for you. So many of you have been here and you have been watching it on the replay, and that is fine. But I also want you to comment as well. I know it's the holiday weekend, and that's understandable. So when you have an opportunity or you can take some time, I just want to welcome you to be able to do that. So your action step today is real simple. In everything that you do, in all the meals that you have today, just be present. Appreciate each of the different foods, even the snacks, even the junk food. Yes, we have junk foods. But just be present in each and every one of those meals. All right, take care and show up in those meals today. Bye-bye.